emergency motion. Building products are being imported that don't meet Australian standards and is putting health and safety of all Australians at risk. Only as recently as Sunday, an extensive media report revealed that cheap imported plumbing fittings containing lead can be leached into drinking water. As you all know, lead is a toxin that can be particularly harmful to children. I believe this is a problem Australia must address, and as a matter of public urgency at a national level. Perth's new multi-million-dollar children's hospital is an example of what can go wrong and how urgent the situation is. The hospital was originally due to open in 2015, but has been plagued by a series of problems, including asbestos in roofing panels and lead in the water. A comprehensive report by the state's Chief Health Officer found imported brass fittings to be the likely cause of lead contamination in the hospital's drinking water, which has contributed to lengthy delays in its opening. The report found the fittings had corroded, leaching lead into the water system. It has cost millions of dollars to try and rectify these problems and delay the opening of this much-needed children's hospital by over 2.5 years. Last month, it was revealed that there was also lead in the water at the drinking fountains at Perth's new billion-dollar stadium. I believe a public health and safety is being put at risk by the flood of cheap taps and other non-compliant parts that have the potential to leak lead and other toxic metals into drinking water. It's a concern which is shared by the WA Masters Plumbers and Gas Fitters Association and the Plumbing Products Industry Group, which represent manufacturers and importers. The Sunday Times newspaper in Perth reported at the weekend that it had been contacted by plumbers who say they are seeing more and more defective parts which don't comply with the watermark certification scheme that exists to ensure products are safe and fit for purpose. They blame a massive loophole which has allowed hardware stores to sell taps and other plumbing products that aren't watermark certified, even though plumbers risk penalties if they install these fittings. They are demanding legislation to close the loopholes. Today, I spoke to the Master Plumbers Association Chief Executive, Murray Thomas, who outlined a series of issues, stating, and I quote, "This isn't about protecting our industry. This is about public health. There is nothing to stop consumers purchasing products that are not watermark certified, to prevent retailers stocking them or wholesalers and builders from directly importing them. This problem is part of a wider crisis in Australia involving non-conforming and non-compliant building products. Asbestos was found in Chinese-made roof panels at Perth Children's Hospital. These panels were cut on site, putting workers at risk, and had to be removed at a considerable cost. As a former tradesman myself and someone who has real-life experience on building sites, I have spoken to a few colleagues in the industry, and they have told me of recent encounters where cheap imported plumbing products have been fitted which have the potential of leaking lead. At the same time, however, another problem has emerged with the importation of counterfeit products, which pose as being watermark certified but in actual fact are not. I am aware that pressure is being placed on plumbers to install non-watermark products that a builder or owner has sourced in some cases, and if the plumber refuses a residential customer, they may lose that job. As well as over-the-counter purchases in retail hardware stores, non-watermark products and counterfeit watermark products are readily available online, and commercial builders buy them directly in large volumes from overseas suppliers for their large projects. Sometimes, some samples of these are used to gain certification, and then cheaper non-conforming products that carry the watermark logo are supplied. There is no doubt that we are lacking a proper regulatory regime throughout the country, except for Queensland, which I understand has banned the importation of non-compliant plumbing products. What we need here is enforcing, which is at the moment is the responsibility of state-based authorities, and in some cases they don't even have enough resources to ensure these products are met. In Western Australia, I've been told there are only 9 inspectors to do this job. People assume their drinking water is safe, as we have the best standards here in Australia, but imports of non-compliant products put the safety of the general public in jeopardy. There is a serious problem which needs to be addressed. Therefore, rather than getting separate states to legislate on this issue, it is my firm belief that we need a national law to bring the whole industry into unison. The Plumbing and Gas Fitting Association has said that contamination of water systems as a result of non-conforming products, and I quote, are potentially catastrophic and will be failing the Australian community if these problems are not addressed urgently. There is a clear and entirely responsible expectation by the industry and consumers that if a product is for sale in Australia, it will be lawful and fit for the purpose for which it is intended to. My office has received only a few hours ago photos from today which show plumbing products on sale at a Perth hardware store which don't have watermark certification. I have also received a statement from the industry body outlining its position on importing products containing lead, and I have to say I give it my full support. Firstly, an absolute enforcement ensuring only watermarked products are sold at all retail outlets, and an introduction of legislation regards to the point of sale. Secondly, an immediate review of the water testing process to ensure that testing of lead levels is consistent. Thirdly, an in-depth research program to begin as soon as possible into the possibility of following the USA and Canada approach in removing all lead that can be leached from the manufacturing of any brass product that is connected to the drinkable water supply. In summing up, there is mounting evidence that even minute traces of lead found in drinking water can do harm. The World Health Organization already maintains there is no known safe level for lead, and the Master Built Plumbers Association has said we should follow the American step by reducing lead content to near zero. If I can help protect lives, why shouldn't we do this?
Thank you, Senator Giorgio. Just a matter of formality.